Okay, there you are.
Yes, 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 yes,
Public difficulties.
yes, 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 yes. Whew.
Our apologies. Y'all know how technologies are nowadays. You come out, have them all set up and ready to go, but they have a mind to do things on their own. So Evangelist is back. We are back, guys. Thank you for your patience during the intermission. Right there.
Yes, yes. So we're back. So yes, I had my I was just on my Wi-Fi on my laptop. I didn't plug back in connect the connection cable. See, and if you're disconnected, look, if you're if you're disconnected, it's okay to restart and refocus. It's okay. Don't allow that to deter you from what is going on. It's okay to restart. I'm always mindful of what is happening and when it's happening. So a lot of times, if stuff is not going the way I think or the way I want it, what I do is I'm like, you know what? Okay, all right. Let me just restart. Let me just refocus because if I dwell on where I am, then I'm not gonna get anything done. If we keep focusing on where we're not, we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble. So we have to realize that restarting is okay. Refocusing is okay. It's okay. It's okay to say, you know what? Let me not be so hard on myself. All right. So with that being said, we're going to accept where we are. We're going to accept where we are. Like if you find yourself stuck in a negative spiral of thinking that you'll fail or you're stuck at something, let's replace those thoughts. Let's replace those thoughts, right? Not right. So we're always open to inspiration and becoming clear and becoming healed and becoming better. So it's okay. Let me tell you something. It's okay. Accept where you are right now. The next one we're going to talk about is decide where you want to be. And I think Evangelist Nikki touched on that. Decide where you want to be. Decide as a couple, as a family. Remember, because for the month of January, we spoke about the spiritual, the individual, the husband and the wife, and then we talk about the family, right? The children. So decide now where you want to be. If you notice that some of the goals that you want for the kids or yourself or the family, you're not there. Listen, okay, so we're in the second quarter now. Let's decide what we're gonna do. It's April now. If you were planning a summer vacation and you have not yet chosen the hotel or the destination, listen, decide where we're gonna go. Let's decide where we're gonna go. Where we're gonna go. Where we're gonna go, y'all. So we have to make decisions now. We don't want to keep procrastinating. Procrastination is the killer of a lot of our destiny. It's not the devil. No one is working witchcraft. Nope, nope, nope. You're procrastinating. If you want to write a book, you have the thoughts in your head. You have those thoughts. If you can't write them out, get a little recorder. There's a lot of voice recording apps that are out that can write out for you as you talk. No excuse. You just got to make sure you edit it, right? And so a lot of times we get to a certain point and we become procrastinators. Like I can be straight up. Like now for school, I'm so behind on my homework because I've been procrastinating. Okay, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. And then when the deadline comes now, I'm up doing a 24 hour thing because remember now I work. So I'm up now for 24 hours trying to burn the midnight oil to get all this stuff done. So don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. Come on in, Evangelist Nikki, and help us with telling us some more about restarting, reset, and refocus.
You're absolutely right, and you're absolutely right. And I said, well, to get it done, and you have to go back and edit. That's fine. right? But one of the things that we also wanted to look at is, when we talk to each other or even ourselves, when we are doing our self-assessment or relationship assessment, whatever goals that we have set and we're assessing where we are, is to ask pertinent questions. What is going well? What is not working? What can I do differently? And ask you that, how can I help you? Right? So we are a team. And even if it's yourself, ask yourself, what am I doing right? And as Evangelist said, celebrate the small wins because those become the big things. We don't celebrate small milestones anymore. We have to wait for those grand milestones. It's okay to say, you know what, let me go out for a table for one to celebrate. You know what I mean? Take your spouse out, go out, celebrate those small wins. It makes the journey more enjoyable. And then it gives you something else to look forward to on your next check-in, right? And even in those setbacks, we need those check-ins to reassess. We need those check-ins so that we can say, you know what, I thought this through, however, this is my roadblock. And if both of us decide, you know what, let's table it, it's okay. But come in agreement, have those conversations. It's like Evangelist said, if you're busy, right? You have school, you have work, you have family, you have ministries, you have a lot going on. We have to be intentional about setting a specific time that will work for both parties. If you're checking in with your spouse, if you're doing a family check-in, if you're checking in with yourself, be intentional, because the thing is, if we are consistent, like most people at work, because most people know I do forecast and planning, right? So when I'm setting like one-on-ones for leaders to meet with their associate, I make sure it's consistent so they have something to look forward to. You know what I mean? So they can prepare themselves. It's not all over the place, because we as human beings, we like consistency. And we don't want to choose time that every time it's changed and we become why bother. So both must have that conversation and aim for a specific time that works for both. Not a time to check in on chores, not a time to check in on, what mama did, what the in-laws did, and all of that. None of that. Come with the agenda, as Evangelist said, and stick to the agenda. This time it might be heated, and it's okay, but never leave mad, never leave upset. Always come together at the hands and loving each other. The fact that each other take time out to discuss it, you understand, to clearly hear. Never leave your check-in frustrated, upset because you feel like, one person is dominating the conversation more. No, make it a win-win. It's not about who is ahead or who haven't started yet, or this one is get frustrated because they've seen you're lagging. No, come together how we can help us, because it's not about one person, because one person might have more time on their hand that will be able to take on some more of the resources, and it's okay. But if you know you don't have the bandwidth, don't accept it. Don't say I can do it, and then when it's time to deliver, then you're saying, well, I have this, I have that. Be intentional. Don't just say yes to something just to appease the other. It should not be like that. If you're clear and you're concise and you're working together, it should be a win-win at the end of the conversation. And even if you're checking with yourself, as Evangelist said, don't beat up on yourself. If you said, you know what, I did my goal, I didn't get a chance to write it and put it where I can see it, it's kind of hidden someplace because I might not have the space in my house where I don't want others to see it, put it by your bedside table, put it under your pillow, something where it, so when you're making your bed each day, you'll see it underneath your pillow, But the fact what we're saying is make it visible. Whatever place you choose that is cannot be hidden so much that you forget where you put it. Okay? You're not going to attain it at all. Like Evangelist said, she made her goal to lose her weight. That might be your goal too. And most of us New Year resolution, right? But we have to be intentional, even though we're getting invited to all these other events that require food. As Evangelist said, she is cognitive of her portion. She's mindful of her portion. And it's okay when you go to some of those events, say, you know what, thank you, but I already ate. How about water or, a little salad or something. So, people don't feel awkward or feel like, but don't just eat anything just to fit in. You know your goal, and you don't have to broadcast it to any one of them because, you know what, I already ate. For some of us, we don't eat after 5. So if we have an event after 5 when we go out, most likely some of us are just going to drink water, have a yogurt or fruit or something. It's okay. We don't have to explain, I'm going to diet. I can't. No, just be polite. Water would be nice. Thank you. It's okay to go out and say, I can't go out to this event because they're going to have food. What we're teaching ourselves is to be disciplined.
Yes.
Discipline. And that's what goal setting is to be intentional, is to be disciplined, and is to be consistent. So I should be able to be around food and understand that I am on a goal right now to accomplish this desired outcome by X, Y, Z time. And if it's okay to deviate from it, but don't let it be the norm. Get back on course. As Evangelist said, failure is not final. It's when you quit trying, that's when it's final. It's okay to start over again. And we're going to be here beating y'all up every 3 months. We'll try to do a post with you guys. Yeah, it's just a check-in with y'all to see how y'all doing, what is working for you, what's not working. How often are you doing your check-in? Where, how consistent are you? And are you able to make sure that it's a time that's free of distraction? Even if it's just with yourself, because I believe in having a one-on-one time to check in with ourselves to see how we are doing, because who knows us better than us? When people outside have to tell you there's something wrong with you, that means you have checked out of yourself. Because we ourselves talk to us first before it becomes external. But a lot of time we block out the chatter in our head and said, I'm fine, until it starts to become a mountain. And people have said, I think you need a vacation. Sweetie, I think you need to take a break. You understand me? That's when you have not doing a self-assessment and see how much workload you're taking and how much sleep are you getting, how burned out are you getting. And it's okay, somebody has to point it out in love. Don't be taken offense to it, because if somebody has to tell you that, somebody else see it and you already see it way ahead of time before somebody has, point that out to you. So a lot of people take an offense to it, but no. Appreciate that somebody can care enough about your health that you need to take a step back and just unwind, reset, refocus, restart. It's okay. It helps build, you to, even when your spouse, when you're able to take those check-in, guess what you're building? Trust. Because you're able to listen to each other and trust each other to do what they said they would do. You don't have to keep being behind them, beating them up. Did you do this? Did you do that? No. When you're doing the regular check-in, what's working? What's not working? You already have your answer there. You have less argument. Oh, did you call someone? So did you cancel someone? Less argument, because we're doing the check-in. I said, I got this. This is what I'm going to get it done by. If I need help, I will reach out to you. You're present with each other. You're not distracted with all the gadgets. Please leave all the gadgets. If you can, leave all the gadgets. And if you do, have all those, we call those alert and stuff off. So it's not pinging, or have it on silent, right? So it's not being distracting, right? Because you'll be in the middle of a conversation and then, pick a phone call or a text message and you finish and you come where we were again. Oh, that is the most, for me, that's one of my biggest, y'all know my quality time. If you got to take a phone call, put me on hold, or even respond to a text that's not a 911, that I would like forget about it. But I'm learning how to use humility. I have come a long way because I hang up on you. But thank God for growth and change. Ask my husband. He put me on hold. Click. They give me if it's not a work call, click. So we had to work through that. Okay, so I have come a long way. I have come a long way. It's like, I can call. I said, there's a return call button. You can call a person back. See, my husband have FOMO. He doesn't like what I say that, but he definitely have FOMO, which is the fear of missing out, right? So we have to work through that to let him know there's a reason why it's called miss out on the phone. That means you can call back somebody, okay? So we have learned to understand each other through that.
You know what, Evangelist Nikki, my husband is the same way. If we're talking on the phone and if I'm not responding, he's like, all right, babe, I'll talk to you later. When you're less distracted.
I approve. If you're not giving me that time I'm giving you on the phone, I don't care if it's a house burning down until we finish. Unless I said it's okay, babe. But don't, oh, babe, let me take this call. No, you need to ask me. And especially if we're in the middle of a discussion, I will not get back on my phone until you send me a text message that you have some downtime. I said, you call me, I'll send you. Please call me when you have available time to discuss. And he hates when I said, babe, calendar me. And I talk to you because I understand. I know my schedule, and my schedule is more open than his because I work from home. So for him out there, I said, you know your bandwidth better than me. You know your availability better than me, so calendar me. He does not like that. So because he does not like me to calendar, when I say calendar me, yeah, what he makes sure. He makes sure he makes the time available because that's my pet fee. So now we're like on a cadence where we have a regular time where I know whatever I got going on, no matter what's going on, this is the time that we're gonna check in. This is the time that he's gonna be available. So guess what I have to do now? I have to make sure that I am available no matter what's going on because I can expect him to be available and then something gonna pull me away. So I have to block out everything. I said, this is the time. He's just like you said at times, you have that thing and before you say I do I have a platform where listen, the man's gonna call. Me now I'm like the boss calling, gotta go.
Gotta go, gotta go.
So when you say the man gonna call, we know what it is. Me, when my friends they say when I said the boss calling, they know what time it is. Like, okay, he'll be calling. All right, we'll talk to you later, right? I don't have to explain anything to them because I already set the cadence and the president. Listen, this is my time. This is our time, and he knows that. So it doesn't matter who's calling. It could be the kids. If they're not home and it's an emergency, we can't do nothing. I say call us when they reach the hospital. Did they call 911? Call us. But that sounds brutal. People think I'm me, but no, I'm home. And if you're not here and you haven't dialed 911, you're calling me first, you're calling the wrong person. So we're saying be intentional. That time that you said, it has to be a time away from all distraction. And we live in a, what we call it now, we always on the go, right? So because we're so always busy, 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 and a lot of time when we check what we're busy doing about, if we're intentional and we're calendared, we see how many time wasted. But when we can be on track and when we know exactly what's going on, what's in front of us, what's on the list today, what do I need to accomplish today, how many rooms do I see when we don't know what we have on our calendars or what we have planned for the day, we wasted a lot of time.
A lot
A
of
lot
time.
of time wasted and we use the word busy, busy. So what I usually do, with some of the leaders, when they tell me, oh, I can't take on no more work because I'm busy, I said, that's fine. Send me your to-do list for the week and I'll see where your availability in and I can plug it in. When I get, you got nothing going on. I'm like, what is this? You don't have nothing going on. You're busy about nothing. Things that you could have been done in 30 minutes, you're there overthinking. They are those are achievers, the overthinkers. They do it, they redo it, because they have so many time on their hands. But when you know your time, when you start valuing your time with yourself, with your spouse, with your children, whatever time you choose to spend, whether your time with God, you have to be intentional and be consistent. Because if it's not, we are going to forget it. Mm-hmm. If I said today, we have this thing at work that they call Taco Tuesday. Whatever that means, because I don't really have tacos around me. What we call Tuesday, like Taco Tuesday, everybody looks forward to Taco Tuesday, right? Because it's consistent. Even if they're not having tacos, they say, oh, it's Taco Tuesday. Right? Because what? It's consistent. And they constantly remind you of it, right? So when it's constantly in your face, you constantly remind it, become a habit. So if you constantly remind your spouse, this is the time we're going to check in. It's 10 o'clock, we're going to check in. It's 10 o'clock, we're going to, not saying life don't happen and we can't deviate, but it should not be the norm.
It shouldn't be the norm.
And if you know it's going to deviate, then you let each other know. But then next week, get back on cadence because we want to be able to accomplish these goals. We don't want to get to December and as Evangelist said, we said, man, I could have, should have, would have. These are the times that you take to make sure that you on cadence. Like even if you're planning to move, how are we looking with the saving? How are we looking with the credit, right? How much are we looking to get approved for? What location? Are we on the same cadence? We want to live in this zip code or this community, or we want to live in an HOA, another whatever it is that you have set out to accomplish. You wanted to move from a 2-bedroom, you want to move to a townhouse, whatever your goal is, what we're saying, there are ways to stay on course. Don't say, you know what, I tried January, it's not for me. I tried February, it's too hard. I can't remember. I don't have the time. I got kids. Y'all easy to say. Y'all don't have kids. We all are family. Whatever you want to call them, it's family. Big, small, in between, we got kids, okay? So we're saying be intentional so we can accomplish these goals to make us better. Because the goal is supposed to improve our lives, supposed to make us better, well-rounded, citizen, good steward, not things that's going to deplete us. And if you find yourself doing goals that just keep on drawing you back to where God have already delivered you from, it's okay to rewrite them.
Yeah,
But make sure we are praying. Make sure we are praying about these goals. Yes, make sure, and also present them to God. Present, I believe every time before we have a meeting, a discussion, a conversation, even before I talk to my husband, sometimes I have to pray about it because I have a mouth on me. So I got to say, Lord, help me, not for him, help me. Because there's time they might say stuff that's the hard truth, and a lot of time we want the truth and we don't know how to handle it, how to respond to it. A lot of time I would say to my husband, the truth is good. Like when he says stuff and it's like it's stuff that I really should have already, I'm like, babe, the truth is good to know, but sometimes it's not good to hear. He's like, so how you gonna know? You got
Right,
to know
right.
if you
You
need to
gotta
check.
hear
But
from
it's
God.
because it's the actual truth. Because I
Mm-hmm.
told folks, I want you kill me with the truth and the lie.
Mm-hmm.
Kill me with the truth, but not the lie, because the lie hurts twice. Because no,
Listen.
you lied to me. I know you said it's the truth, and I'm not gonna trust anything you tell me after that. Because I mean, you see what I'm saying? I'm not Jesus. It's gonna take me some time to rebuild that. So whether you tell me the hard truth so I can self-examine myself, or you telling me with love, telling me with compassion, and be realistic, babe. I know you set this goal, but I don't think you have to think it through. It doesn't seem realistic where we are right now in our finances or in our budget or what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? It's okay to hear those conversations. And it's okay to say, I'm not saying quit it, I'm just saying pause it for now.
Pause it for now.
Right, because sometimes we have some stuff we're passionate about or we want to do. I heard a lady was telling me she want to feed the homeless. And I said, how are you planning to do that? Where you plan to start? You know what I mean? Are you networking with other people in the community that already done that? Are you getting grants? How do you plan to do it? Oh, it's just a dream of mine. Well, it's not
Write the
attainable.
vision. Listen.
It,
Write
yeah,
the
it
vision
become
and
a
make
wish.
it plain.
So I'm
Write
like,
the vision and make it
yeah, you
plain.
can't say you just want to go evangelize and it's just you just put it on your to-do list. A lot of people in their spiritual life, they want to evangelize, they want to go to the bus shelter and all of those things. And I said, if you can't start in home and with the family that you have and all the contact you have in your group chat, in your phone that you can create a group chat with and create, you know what I mean? Reach out and there's so many platforms out there. So if you're waiting to get into the community and you're not able to that because you're not mobile, it's okay to start with the
It's
people that
okay.
in your phone.
It's okay. It's okay to restart,
And
reset. It's
we're
okay.
saying don't worry about the resources that you can't attain. Think about what you have. If God gave you that vision, He already supplied everything you need to execute it. If
Mm-hmm.
He will tell you, listen, it's gonna take 3 weeks, it's gonna take 3 months, it's gonna take 6 months, it's gonna take now. He's gonna give you those time frames. So sometimes we want to attain everything up front that we forget evangelize the small step that it's gonna take there. And a
Amen.
lot of time we miss those small steps because we're so busy wanting the grand finale and we forget what it takes to get into it. So we're here to encourage you, encourage us as well. Don't give up on your goals. Don't give up on the dreams. Don't give up on the vision that you have set. If like Evangelist said, if you haven't started yet because of life issues or events going on, it's okay to start over. It's okay to reset. It's okay to refocus. It's okay to readjust. But what we're asking you, don't quit on you. Don't quit on your vision. Don't quit on your goal. It might take 10 years for some, 5 years, 20 years. The thing is, you're working towards it. Don't stop.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Thank you so much, Evangelist Nikki. Ooh, listen, I'm telling you, we're here for you. Just know that the Prayer for Marriages team is here to help you. Listen, we don't know it all, and it's not one size fit all. So, and what we're saying is not necessarily gonna fit everybody's taste, but we're here to help. If we can help navigate you through what you're going through, then your relationship will be healthy and successful. And you will be healthy and successful for yourself first, and then your spouse and your family. All right? So, listen, thank you for joining us tonight. Listen, coming up this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is our Arise conference. I'm telling you, we have some awesome speakers. We have Pastor Nicola Hannah from the Bahamas. From Lighthouse Ministries, we have, I'm about to say Pastor Marcus. Minister Marcus Witherspoon Jr. out of North Carolina from New Jerusalem Cathedral, North Carolina, will be with us. We have Minister and Missionary Kevin and Renee Johnson that's going to be preaching for us this week. So listen, join us Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's on all of my social media platforms. Follow us, email us at marciabakerministries@gmail.com if you need more information. But I need y'all to join us this week, Thursdays, beginning at 7 p.m. right here on Zoom. It's going to be on Zoom. We're going to stream it as well, but we want you in the Zoom room. If you can get in this Zoom room, it's going to be fire. Lady Stacy, right? I need to see you in the Zoom room. I'm always seeing you on YouTube. Those of you on Facebook who have never joined us on our Zoom platform, please join us this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday morning at 9 a.m. if you don't have a church home, all right? So we love you. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. We say, listen, as always, we love you, and we just want the best for you in your relationship. All right? God bless you. God keep you is our prayer. Have a wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful evening.